What is up, guys, and welcome back to Big Oats Gaming and Dark Souls 3 The Guide. Continuing where we left off, we are now on Lothric Highwall. I at least want to get a few episodes in tonight before I officially call it a day and probably, edit, upload them, which is going to take a while. Now, when it comes to continuing in here, really the only ones you need to focus on are the ones with armors and swords. You don't have to kill these guys if you don't want to. They're not required to kill. Nothing's actually required to kill. If you want to, you could skip everything. Another major important thing that I kind of want to tell you is, one, kill the screamers, because once they get to a certain tone, I don't know exactly what tone, but once they get to a certain tone, they will call their friends, and the results can be catastrophic. I didn't mean to backstab him, but I'll take it. I'm probably not going to be doing a whole lot of editing to them. I'm probably going to just edit an intro and an outro, and that'll probably be it. But that's just kind of on my part. Yes, I don't have an Ember rocking right now. I should, but I only have 2 right now, so I'm not going to be too terribly focused on it. Go ahead and kill these guys. Usually you can get her before she even gets out of tone. Go ahead and kill these guys so they're not a nuisance later. They're not going to really be a nuisance. Battle Axe is so powerful at early levels. And don't forget this guy. Well, don't forget him. He's just, dude's literally right around the corner. Go ahead and pick up your binoculars. Always important for a run. I say jokingly, because in reality sakes is that they are not really an item most people use. They just, everybody has them has it in their inventory. Not many people actually use it, because it's not really that important. Not exactly unimportant, but not exactly that important. Go ahead and drop on down. Go ahead and kill all of the guardsmen in here. And wait for the items, because you got this dude. Oh, that's right, I forgot you guys have a little bit more health. Go ahead and grab your fireballs. These are probably going to be fire bombs. Yeah. Hey, it saves you a little bit of farming time. Now, honestly, I would suggest going down the right path when you're going to get up ahead. But since I'm a veteran Dark Souls player, well, semi-veteran, I've played a lot of hours in this game, but just go ahead and run on up here and just roll like crazy. And open the door. Go ahead and run on through. Jump on down. And now you have like a little shortcut that you don't have to worry about. Because once that dragon's up there, you can't officially access that section until he leaves, and he leaves in Lothric Castle, which is a later portion of the game. Like, I can't emphasize enough how later it is. Let the knight walk on through. I can take him on, but for new players, I would highly suggest avoiding him until you're a high enough level, because the knight can be a problem. Uh-oh. Well, he knows I'm up here, but is he going to attack me? And the answer is no, because he's very stupid for whatever weird reason. I'm going to go ahead and show you how much of a pain the knight can be. And there's more of them all over the place. The Lothric Knights are like one of the major... are one of the major factions in this game. Okay. Not labeled to... Go ahead and backstab him. As I said, pain in the butt. Okay, and they can poise through a lot of your attacks. He is so weak. They drop embers, their armor set, their weapons, and their shields, depending on which variant you attack. There are three main variants of... That's a scripted, so if you stick to the left, he will auto-attack. Let's go on up here, activate the bonfire, so, you know, you have a place to rest. I know I'm still not rocking an ember. That's a little bit less health that I have to worry about. But, you know what? I don't really need the extra health right now. Not to mention, I have to make up for it by trying to get at least my an ember back. And then, of course, comes another pain in the keister. And I do not like these guys, and they are high-level enemies in a low-level area. It's kind of a Dark Souls way of saying trust nothing. Ow. Not these guys. Not them either. They're kind of high-level-ish. Only like... And... I'm going to wait for him to kind of come back around, because if you look off in the corner, you can actually see his friend. There are two of them here. If you attack him anywhere right before that laying down barrel, he will actually aggro and immediately try to kill you. And the last thing you need to be doing is dealing with two of these guys at once. Now, if you can kill him right at this section, he won't aggro. Like so. And see, not aggroed. And I got a raw gem. But the minute you get past it, he aggroes. Weird. Now there's a soul item there, but there's also an ambush. So I'm gonna go ahead and defuse the ambush. Go ahead and kill these two. Kill the guard, and another guard appears. And let's go ahead and kill you. And ambush just defeated. And come down here. That should be it here. Now this is where I say the high level. The best thing to do to defuse this ambush is, if you want to be really smart, go ahead and activate your ember. But keep this on. Keep your fireballs on. I'm going to go ahead and activate my ember. I know I'm now down to 1, so if I screw up, then it's going to majorly hurt. But... And I never actually did specify which ending I'm going to be going for. I'm going to be going through the Usurpation of Fire, which is the supposedly hardest, but it's actually not the hardest trophy. The only reason is because it's one section in where everything literally can crumble. But the dude way up in the top is basically an abyss beast. I'll show you what I mean by abyss beast. Go ahead and pick up the fireballs. Let him change. There he goes. As I said, very weak to fire. But do be careful. Only go in for at least 2 attacks. As I said, if you're crazy enough, they do have a cooldown period of when they can be stun locked, and I made a huge mistake, almost, of about like 10 or 20 seconds for when they get stunned. And after that, I got my ember back, and one of the most important key ingredients to actually upgrading a weapon. I'm gonna go ahead and come over here, kill the little chrysalis lizard, and he's now being a little pain. Oh, he's not going his usual route. Die, gosh. Raw gem. That's another thing I'll be covering in probably a later episode. Maybe this episode. I'm not 100% certain. Yeah. So you got the Abyss Beast. Now we're going to go into a little optional section. A very you must kind of do optional section. By the way, when you come down here, immediately slide on down and roll, because the archer will immediately try to kill you. Get the black fire bombs, but don't use them. You actually can get another usable item from Crow. And defuse the other ambush. Go ahead and just knock him off the edge. He won't die, I don't think. Sometimes he can die, actually. But is he dead? Is he dead? Is he dead? No, he's not dead. Do. But he's very freaking weak. And go ahead and grab more fireballs. Wander, wander, wander. And when you come in here, another knight will spawn, but... And watch out for the archer up here. Yes, he's always up here. He's dead now. Now, if you want to, you can kill this guy first, or you can kill him last. There is a dude just chilling back here. Go ahead and get the undead hunter charm. Actually, kind of useful, actually, against a certain type of enemy called mimics. Is that... No, that ambush is not there. Okay, now this one I am going to kind of tell you and take it with however you see fit. Sometimes, and I've seen this happen a couple times, it's a very rare chance that there's actually a dude just hanging off this ledge. I don't know what it is, but there's a very rare chance that there's a dude hanging off this ledge. I don't know if that's a future update, or if the fact is he's always supposed to have been there, but due to collision errors, he's probably always falling off and dying. But I'm not 100% certain. But there is a dude that hangs off this section, and he always attacks when you grab this Titanite shard. But I think it's due to collision errors. He's never there. So just randomly, he might be there. So do be cautious of that. Now that is a spear boy. Spear boys only pretty much are pretty good at one thing: charging you with a spear. Fuck. And hitting you with their shield. They hit you with the shield, it freaking hurts, and it stuns you. 9 times out of 10 though, they'll try to come in with a shield bash. See what I mean? The best thing to honestly do is avoid the shield bash, and when they're doing the spear thrust, line that up perfectly. Fuck. Come on. Come on, come on. You're gonna do a shield bash again? Yeah, see what I mean? They always go in for the shield bash. Something about their programming immediately tells them go for the shield bash. I don't know what it is about their programming and doing shield bash, but it's always a necessary thing. If you have an extremely heavy weapon, you can immediately go right through the shield and cause them to get stunned. But otherwise, the best thing you can do is just avoid them as best as you can. Now, you will die from him a couple of times. I have in my first go through. He is a pain in the butt to deal with. But because he always likes to spam that shield bash. Now, come in here, go ahead and activate him. He'll probably hit you, because he holds that for a long time. I don't know why. But I'm going to go ahead and heal up, because no offense, but... Well, actually, there's no offense to it, but I'm going to be heading back to the bonfire. Now, before you come down here and try to take on all 4 of them, which is 2 axe boys and a halberd dude and a dog, which that dude just acted stupid, come over to the left, or come over to the right, come over here, deal with Mr. Thief Boy, come over here, grab your first 100% fizz block shield if you're running the warrior. Physical 100. It can't go any higher than 100, but that means you cannot take any physical damage. You can take fire and ice and dark damage all all you want to, but it will be doing like a percentage of it. Unfortunately, this is not the best, but it's also one of the best starting, because, you know, it's early in the game and you can get it. Now there is a couple items over there. I will show you how to get to them. You kind of probably have already figured it out. Another little tidbit of information is that weapons actually do have a rating. Even some items do have a rating based off of certain skills. Like fireballs actually have a high rating off of strength. And I'll show you where the rating is on weapons after I beat big ol' Axe Boy. Go ahead, backstab him if you want to, because he's big old. And go ahead and kill him. You can get their axes fairly early on, but don't get any ideas of using it because it requires like 30 strength. Now, requirements are basically the attribute bonus and the attribute requirements. Requirements basically what you need to use the weapon, and bonus means what do you need to, what is heavily influenced by the damage output. Now it goes by S is the greatest, A is really good, B is decent but not terrible, C is alright, D is not great, and E is has barely any influence at all. It only goes up like 1 every other level. So E's one of the worst, and I messed up. And I double messed up. Whatever. I triple messed up. Oh well, I might be able to recover this. Because one, he's just a halberd boy. There is another Abyss Beast in this entire section. I will go ahead and show you where he is after I go ahead and get all of the special items in here. Kind of want to wait and go. Dang, he didn't hit. Yes, they do a jumping attack. It takes a little while for them to recover, so you can easily go in for the backstab. He's dead. Now, also, notice how I took no damage from that, but I did take. It's then switched over to your stamina bar. Your stamina bar can actually recover fairly quickly. Health, not so much. Come over here and grab your Eustace Shard. Go ahead and grab your Tynite. And one of the cool things, come grab the Selkie. Now, the reason I say that's a cool one, because you can now actually start up another little, not really quest line, but more or less like something, but a little kind of side passage to kind of have a vendor who has a lot of really cool things that would take you about hours to farm for. But yeah, no, he's very useful. He's a useful vendor. Unfortunately, he dies in the end, but like most characters in Dark Souls. Come down here, grab the Astoris Straight Sword. Am I going to use it? No. Is it good? It's decent. It actually has a faith requirement, which is actually very unseen in swords. I think it does anyway. Yeah, it does. It has a faith requirement of 12. Now that we've done all of that, I am not going to worry about the shortcut right now. But the big thing I want to try to get done in this episode is beat the boss and then go ahead and move on to the next section, which is the undead settlement. But I'm going to go ahead and use a bone, go ahead and go to the shrine bonfire, because now undead bone, like not the bone shards, the homeward bones now either take you to the shrine bonfire or take you back to the last bonfire you were at. Kind of useful. So if you really want to farm something, you can use them for both uses. Now, how many? Okay, I got enough to get at least 1 level. Reinforced weapon, and we are going to go ahead and reinforce our battle axe. Now notice how all that are highlighted is highlighted in blue whenever I leveled it up. Damage and the attribute bonus. Because certain weapons, when they get to a certain level, are then influenced by attributes. Now, let's go ahead and use our magically 6 Fated Souls, even though they're only worth like 50 a pop. Go ahead and use our Deserted Souls, all 7 of them. And go ahead and use up the Large Soul. The reason is because I'm going to go ahead and get some levels in. Let's go ahead and reinforce our Eustace. Now I have 6 uses, and I'm about to be a little bit higher level. Now, when this early on, go ahead and get your health and your Vig all the way up. But then immediately focus on strength, because strength is going to be your lifeblood. I'm actually going to go ahead and put another one into vitality so I can wield better equipment. Because strength minus a vitality equals bad run. It's simple math, really. But now I only have 1,000, so I could go ahead and just buy some random things, but I'm not really going to worry about it. Also, now I'll be able to get to one dude much quicker. Go to the tower wall, and I'll show you how to get your first really good NPC. He is totally optional. You do not have to get him if you do not want him. But I honestly would pick him up because each vendor does have different things. Not to mention, eventually, when you get to a certain section of the game, 2 vendors end up becoming 1 vendor. So, it is what it is. But, if you wander on down here, wait for big ol' Nighty Boy to go ahead and leave. Goodbye, Nighty Boy. You see his pathfinding's a little messed up. Don't know why. Once he goes out the door and just disappears. Ooh, that damage though. Okay. Go ahead and wander on down. I'm just going to go ahead and kill this guy outright. And go ahead and kill this guy. That was kind of amazing. But anyway. Now there's 2 ways you can handle him. You can go down guns blazing when it comes to this dude. If you look right there, you have a Howlbeard boy. Now, let's see if I can. I don't think I can. Free game. Dang. Dang, I missed him. Oh well. But yeah, there's explosive barrels right next to him. Where is he? Oh, he's right under me now. And oh, there's actually 3 ways to deal with them. Do a drop and plunge attack, or blow them up with barrels, or now this you're gonna have to wait a little bit, or just run. Actually, just run. Hold down circle and run like hell, because this dude throws fireballs in an explosive room. All of these are explosive barrels. You get caught in that, it can either kill you or really hurt. Now before you go rushing off to get that item, look left. There's this dude waiting for an ambush. Now you got Mailbreaker. And I got more no, I got a Deserter trousers. Not really great, but if you're playing as Deprived, pretty good armor for starting off. Come wander down here, no enemies, no items. This place is kind of just out of here. Use that cell key, and it's gone now. And now you got Greirat. If you refuse, he stays here until you until you accept it. You grant request. Greirat then immediately goes into your Firelink and becomes your new vendor, and then I think he goes out 3 times. Time 1, he goes out to the undead settlement. Doesn't return until you kill your first boss, or second boss, or third boss, depending on where you are. in the game. And then he comes back, but you're here. I just rolled off the edge because I was just talking and I wasn't paying attention. That was my own stupidity, nobody else's. Let's go ahead and go verse the other Abyss Beast. But yeah, he also goes out again in Irithyll, and then he goes out in Lothric. Lothric, though, you're going to find him dead, because Lothric is a very dangerous location, and even Patches, who actually is one of his people that he talks to and actually has it. And by the way, if you want to, you can attempt to kill the dragon from here, but the problem is they did update it to where he can attack you from this location. Before he didn't, but now he does, and it kind of sucks. And this whole place can actually be on fire. So now we're going to go ahead and go back to the High Wall of Lothric. I know, we're about to get to the boss here relatively soon. This might be a little bit of a longish episode because there's a lot to cover. We're going to go ahead and go take on the other Abyss Beast. If you don't want to take care of him, then just go ahead and like skip past all of this. Because in reality, these guys can be a pain. Really can be. But they give really good rewards that help you really early on. Go ahead and take a drink of my bean juice. Bean juice. It's good for the soul. Before you wander on downstairs, which is over there, kill this dude. This archer will mess you up a lot. Honestly, I only killed him just to get some extra souls. It turns out that he was actually more of a pain than I thought he was. Dogs. They did eventually fix the teleporting dog issue. But, you know, it just took them a couple years to figure out why they were teleporting. Turns out that there was something. And if you want to make sure that you're not ambushed completely, go ahead and jump down on this little platform. Because if you look what's moving, you got big old axe boy. Big old axe boy. And I messed that up. Yeah, notice how... Oh, he went right above, so it didn't affect me. Oh, that was lucky. Go ahead and kill the other ambusher, because if... Rule 1 of any Soulsborne game. If it looks dead, it's probably not. And this is a weaker version. More agile, but much weaker. And then you got Halberd Boy. Yes, you got another Halberd Boy. Come on. Another creature I'm going to go ahead and show you that you could face at this point, but I would take it with a grain of salt about versing, and I'm going to be saying take it with a grain of salt means don't exactly do it if you don't feel comfortable doing it. Is a Chrysalis Beast. Ooh, I timed that just. Yeah, see, about a 10 to 20 second cooldown. He's dead now. Get you a bow and arrow that will come in handy very later in the game. Well, not really. Titanite Shard and an Ember. Because Titanite Shards right now are harder to come by. These guys can drop them, but it's very rare. So, don't get your hopes up. But if you can get a +2 weapon just to verse your next boss, hey, you got a little bit more. But the reasoning of why you come down here, though, is to access the shortcut. That is the shortcut right there. But now we're going to go wander back into Firelink area and go ahead and kill a mini boss, but not technically a boss. There's a couple of those creatures, but there's like at least a handful of them. 4 to be exact. 4 or 5, I forget. But if you go to here, go to Cemetery of Ash, and then wander into the location that isn't needed to be wandered. Yeah, this one is going to be a little bit longer. I'll probably beeline to the boss If you want to, and I'll just show you who you have to verse and who you don't really have to verse. But I'm going to beeline to the boss. Yeah, come to the cemetery, Ash. Beeline to, go ahead and beeline to him. Excuse me, by the way. Go ahead and kill this guy, because he's now completely useless. He might drop off some faded souls, or... Go ahead and kill these guys off, and now we wander over here. Now there's two types of chrysalisks. You got the chrysalis lizards, the crystal lizards, and the crystal beasts. The crystal beasts, there's a major difference. Better rewards, but a heck of a lot of pain. Because they do attack. And they have a heck of a lot of defense. But you see, wrong button. Wrong item. I don't know what that's useful for. Come on, I'm not gonna chase you all the way down there. Watch out for that, it does have a delay. If you bash him on the head a couple times, you can stun him. But do watch out your stamina, because... See, you can stun him and then come in for a riposte. And it does lots of damage. But he has a lot of defense. But he's also like he's supposed to be like a late game enemy you verse. But if you're running if you feel really comfortable, you can take him on fairly early. I'm gonna Homeward Bone. Use to Bonfire Last Rest of that. And then I'm gonna travel to the tower, and honestly then... Then we're gonna hit up the we're gonna hit up the area you can go to get to the next location, where you're supposed to go to get to the next location, and then we're gonna go ahead and take on the boss, and then we're gonna wrap up this episode in the next area. Tower wall. Now that we've gotten like a good lot of everything that we need in this area, you can kind of either skip over it, or you don't really need the item if you don't want it. I'm probably gonna go ahead and get, but there is 2 items in one area you can get, but I generally wait until like I'm a lot higher level, and then I come back and then I just wail on the enemies. Good. Wait for him. Go ahead and run on in. Oh crap. Well, I might have messed up. Yeah, I royally messed up. This is why you wait. Shoot, I might have messed this run up. Oh well. We'll see if I can do it. I might be able to pull it off. Yeah, and if you actually go down the stairs, he actually aggroes. Oh, hey. I thought I got you. Oh well. That was my mistake. I'm making a lot of mistakes right now. Gotta quit making mistakes. Mistakes get you killed. Kill these 2. Run through the whole spiel. If you really want to not deal with his BS, you can actually kill him while he's still in hollow form. And then you don't have to worry about him. And then you can just kill these guys all willy-nilly if you want to. I'm going to go ahead and wander. Now that you got the items from that way, if you went that way, now you don't have to worry about dealing with that knight. Do. Oh, he's dead now. Okay. I must have did just enough damage to where he couldn't recover from it. I was actually thinking he would have lived. No, he died. Go ahead and kill this small little ambush. Now wait for Big Boy to go ahead and do a pass. He actually has a very small AoE, so he won't aggro unless he's absolutely looking at you. And sometimes his pathfinding can have him run into the fires, so it's just kind of hilarious. Go ahead and deal with the archer first. Archers are always going to be... Never trust a wall, by the way. Walls apparently don't and barely exist. Come on over. I might be able to pull off the boss. Where is he? He's right there. Go ahead and grab your large soul. Wander over here. Go ahead and jump. Get the Ring of Sacrifice. Ring of Sacrifice is a really good ring to have. It's a trade-off. It breaks, but you keep all of your souls. So you don't have to go hunting for them. And I think you keep your Ember. I don't know if they updated that. But you definitely keep your souls. I think you keep your Ember. Honestly, I want to say you don't, because the Ember is like... Okay. You guys are just cunts. Then you're just flailing around. Okay, I might not do this guy right now. I might just wait until I get the shortcut. That's good. That's cool. That's cool. That's fine. No biggie. Now, I've messed up pretty badly, and I openly accept the fact is I messed up big. So, you know what? I'll just accept it. Go ahead and Homeward Bone. Bonfire last rested at. Ooh boy, I do not got a lot of time. Okay, so I'm gonna have to wrap this up quick. I forgot how big this layer area is. That mess up really shot me down on time. So, yeah. And what will help me on time though? And the load times don't exactly help. I'm not running out of time, but I'm getting kind of low. So, okay, now we're gonna go to High Wall Lothric. Yeah, a lot of load times. Travel, High Wall. Shouldn't have to travel so much, but I made a mistake. I made a huge mistake, which almost costed me the whole run. I mean, it's not a, perfect run. I did die once. Yeah, twice actually. I died from Swordmaster twice, but, that's water under the bridge. I ain't worried about it. I ain't gonna be fussing over it. I die, whatever. There's some people who are so good at the game they can do a no-death run, and I just question why. Alright, go ahead and kill the archer, so he's not a pain. Drop down here, roll like heck, and go ahead and get on the elevator, because elevators are an entity of their own. Do not trust an elevator. Because Dark Souls logic, elevators are entities and worlds of their own. Do not think that you are more superior than a... Go ahead and kill your friends too. I did forget that item, but it's kind of a decent one. Green Blossoms. They increase your stamina regen for a little bit, and you're gonna have a ring that has that too in the next episode. Go ahead and kill him. Go ahead and grab the soul. And go ahead and summon your first summonable NPC. Yes, I know I'm listed offline, but why is there summons? Because NPCs are still summonable. You can still summon them. However, in the much higher games, which is like New Game Plus 3 or 4, they start becoming useless. They stay at a stagnant damage at that point. And then they start becoming useless, and they're more used as cannon fodder. But in this case, I need to upgrade my axe, but +1 battle axe. There's a weapon up there, but since I'm running low on time, I'm not going to stress over it. This dude's only here to kind of help and speed up the process of killing these guys, because you are going to have to kill them regardless, because they are in your way. It's a halberd sort of weapon. Nothing. Okay, cool. Come in here, and this is also a boss room. So Albert will not join you. Do not kill her. Repeat, do not kill her. You will activate a later game boss who is at your level. Impossible. Go ahead and keep talking to her, and she'll give you the Way of the Blue. Congratulations, you just earned your first trophy. Well, technically you earned your second trophy, but hey. Notice how you can't get in, because this is a boss room. No, I'm not going to worry about it, because I'm running low on time. Yeah, I'm running real low on time. I might be pushing it, beating. Go ahead and come down here, kill these guys. If I have to cut early, I'm sorry. It's because, but pretty much this is officially your second boss. I'm gonna keep Albert out. He'll make it a little bit quicker. Now go ahead and take off your fire bombs and put on the gold pine resin. If you did not pick it up, it is a must-have item for this fight, because he is allergic to electric. And I don't know if anything else, but he's definitely allergic to electric. Go ahead and apply it right before the fight. I'm going to go ahead and activate this. Oh, wait, I just realized I have... Oh, shit. I messed up. That's right, I forgot about that. That's a tidbit of information that's very important. If you use Warcry after applying a resin, it will cancel out the effects of the resin. You can't have both on at the same time anymore. I think it's because FromSoft got really upset with the dude who one-shotted the boss and immediately took it as an insult, so then they changed the game. Go ahead and whenever he's doing it, it's a long wind-up. His back end and his sides are literally his weak points. And not saying as like he does do extra damage. I mean, he literally can't hit you when you're in his backside and his sides. Now that you've gotten the Lothric banner, here I'll show you it. If you didn't pick it up, go back to the lady and she'll give it to you immediately when you talk to her. It's in a key item. There's a small Lothric banner. Now, go ahead and wander over here. The doors are automatically opening. Go ahead and light your bonfire, because this is a good farming spot. I know I'm talking a lot faster, but I'm also trying to wrap up this video, because I don't want to make it too terribly long. Go ahead and raise the banner. Go ahead and skip the cutscene, because it's just gargoyles taking you to the next section. And now you are in the Undead Settlement, and in the next section. Well, I will wrap up this video here. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you found it informative, please leave in the comments of how it was informative. If there's anything I can change, please leave that in the comments as well. If you have any issues or whatnot, please please reach out to me in some way. I will try to get back to you as soon as I can. If you liked the video, please be sure to hit that like and subscribe button, and I will see you all in the next video. Deuces.